Look, I'm trying to get back on the wagon, alright? And, I'll have to make some schedule adjustments, but tomorrow I think I will. Really. Really and truly. But, in the meantime, the day ends. Finishing a boisterous dinner, I see Fujine off as far as the front hall and take a bath. After that, I lock myself in the shed and do my daily training. I finish all that up like always and go to sleep. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Dude's got my sleep schedule. Without anything in particular happening, the day peacefully declares its end. February 2nd. Fate's Day Night 3. Long day, long night. And this is the day when it happens, I think. We're about to catch up. I was in the middle of a raging fire. Collapsing houses and people burnt black. I ran, and all I saw was the same red scene. This is a view of 10 years ago. Memories of a past I long didn't recall. Within them, I run like I'm reenacting it. Even as I know that it's a nightmare, there's no exit. I run and run. I run forever. In the end, my destination is a young me, saved at the end of his strength. I wake up with the nasty feeling still hanging over me. When I touch my forehead, I'm sweating horribly despite the winter chill. It's already this late. The clock is showing just after 6. Okay, 6 was when I was waking up for the job. Even if I do fall asleep at 1, it's I always give myself 5.5 hours at least. Anyway, if I strain my ears, I can hear the chopping of a knife coming from the kitchen. Sakura? Sakura's early this morning too, huh? This isn't the time to be impressed. I've got to hurry and get ready and go help with breakfast.
Shiro, 今日どうするのよ? 土曜日だから午後はアルバイト?
Shiro, what are you doing today? Since it's Saturday, are you working in the afternoon?
いや、バイトは入ってないよ。一世のところで何かやってると思うけど、それがどうかしたか?
No, I don't have work today. I think I'm going to be doing something with Issei, but is that a problem?
別に暇だったら道場の方に遊びに来てくんないかなって。私、今月ピンチなのだ。
No, not really. I was just wondering if you were free, if you might come hang out at the dojo. I'm in a bit of a pinch this month.
ピンチって何がさ?
Huh? What kind of pinch?
お財布事情がピンチなの。誰かがお弁当を作ってくれると嬉しいんだけどな。
The state of my wallet. If someone wanted to make me a lunch, I'd be really happy.
断る。自業自得だ。たまには一食ぐらい抜いた方がいい。
Nope, it's your own fault. Besides, it's good for you to miss a meal every once in a while.
で、シローには期待してないもん。私が頼りにしてるのはさくらちゃんだけなんだから。ね、さくらちゃん。
I wasn't expecting anything from you, Shiro. The only one that I'm relying on is Sakura-chan. Right, Sakura-chan?
私と同じものでよろしければ用意しておきますね、先生。
Yes, if you're alright with having the same thing I am, I'll prepare some for you, Sensei.
オッケー。じゃあ今日は一緒にお昼を食べましょう。
Yeah, okay. Well then, let's eat lunch together today. Breakfast continues the same as always. In addition to the normal menu, for the main dish we have chicken with lotus root and konjac as well. I don't think she has to make something that complicated this early in the morning, but I'm sure she made a lot and is planning to pack it for lunch as well. Sakura is a member of the archery club, and Fujine is its supervisor. You could say it's completely natural that they'd be tied together by lunch as well.
そういえばシロ、今朝は遅かったけど何かあった？
Oh, speaking of which, Shiro, you're a little late this morning. Did something happen? Fujine turns her eyes to me as she sips her miso soup. She's usually pretty absent-minded, but at times like these, she's always sharp.
昔の夢を見た。寝覚めがすっげえ悪かっただけで、あとはなんともない。
I dreamt of a long time ago. I woke up feeling awful, but that's it.
なんだ、いつものことか。なら安心かな。
Oh, like usual, huh? I guess it's fine then. So she doesn't know what he's been through back then. Fujine ends the conversation without any particular interest. I'm really not bothered about it either, so it's not something to get upset about. 10 years ago. Before I could forget the memories of that fire, I was plagued with nightmares all the time. That went away with time, and now even when I do dream of it, I can quickly right myself and let it go. It seems like this time was worse than usual, and Fujine, who's known me since then, is sensitive to that sort of change in me.
シロ、食欲はある？今朝に限ってないとかない？
Shiro, aren't you hungry? You don't have no appetite this morning, do you?
ない。なんともないんだから、人の夢にかこつけて飯を横取りするな。
I'm fine. It's nothing, so don't go using my dream as an excuse to steal my food, huh?
チェ、シロが強くなってくれて嬉しいけど、もうちょっと繊細でいてくれた方がいいな、お姉ちゃんは。
I'm glad you've gotten so tough, but your big sis thinks it would be nice if you could be just a little more delicate.
そりゃこっちのセリフだ。もうちょっと可憐になってくれた方がいいぞ、弟分としては。
That's my... What's going on with OBS? That's my line. As a younger brother, I think it'd be nice if you could be just a little sweeter. Hopefully there's no, recording errors. We trade insults with each other without exchanging glances. That was proof enough that I'm feeling better, and Fujine smiles in relief. Honestly, her consideration makes me happy. Well, if I thank her, she'll just get carried away, so I'll give her my usual derisive snort. Watching the two of us, Sakura, who doesn't understand our circumstances, quizzically tilts her head. After Fujine leaves, we lock up and leave the house too.
先輩、今日の夜から月曜日までお手伝いに来れませんけど、よろしいですか?
Senpai, from tonight until May, I won't be able to come and help out. Is that alright?
別にいいよ。だって土日だろ。さくらだって付き合いがあるんだから気にすることないぞ。
Yeah, that's no problem. I mean, it's the weekend, right? You've got friends to see and stuff, so it's not like it'd bother me.
そんな違います。そういうんじゃないです。本当に個人的な用事でちゃんと部活にだって出るんですから。だから何かあったら道場に来てくれれば何とかします。
No, that's not it. It's nothing like that at all. It's really just a personal errand, so I'll be at club like usual. So if you need anything, just come to the dojo and I'll do something about it, as long as it's not Shinji related. And, as long as you're not tied up by anything Shinji related.
別に土日だからって遊びに行くわけじゃないです。だから変な勘違いはしないでもらえると助かります。
It's not like I'm going out to play just because it's the weekend, so, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't misunderstand. Sakura is acting suspiciously, or more like she seems incredibly nervous. It's not clear why, but anyway, I guess she won't be able to come over this weekend.
わかった。なんかあったら道場に行くよ。
Got it. I'll go to the dojo if anything comes up.
そうしてもらえれば嬉しいです。
Yes, that'd make me happy. Sakura breathes a sigh of relief. And then, after she lowers her gaze, Sakura's face stiffens.
先輩。
Senpai, your hand. The object of Sakura's gaze is my left hand. When I look at it, a drop of red blood falls from it. What did he do last time that would have caused that?
あれ
Huh? I roll up the sleeve of my uniform. Certainly there's a rivulet of blood there.
なんだこれ
Rivulet?
昨日の夜ガラクタいじってて切ったかな
Huh? I wonder if I cut myself messing around with the junk last night. But there's no pain. As for a wound, there's just a mark like a welt on my arm. The mark extends in a line from my shoulder down to the back of my hand. It looks like a small snake reaching from my shoulder blade to the palm of my hand.
ま、痛みもないしすぐに引くだろう。大丈夫。気にするほどじゃない。
Well, it doesn't hurt, and it'll probably be gone soon. It's fine. It's not anything to worry about. I wonder if it's crest related.
はい。先輩がそう言うのでしたら気にしません。
Yes, if you say that, then I won't worry about it. I guess seeing the blood made her feel ill. Sakura hangs her head and falls silent. I part with Sakura, who has club, and head for the school building. There are members of the athletic clubs running around on the schoolyard. Even this early in the morning, it's overflowing with energy. Nevertheless, I have an awful uneasy feeling. The school is the same as always. Students doing their morning practice are brimming with life, and there's not a bit of dirt on the brand new school building.
気のせいかこれ
Is it just my imagination? And yet, when I close my eyes, the atmosphere changes completely. A corruption hangs on the school like mucus, and the students running the grounds feel like hollow dolls. This is that field from the prologue, right?
疲れてるのかな俺
I must be tired. Shake my head lightly and head towards the school. School ends early on Saturday. Classes finish in the morning, and by the time I finish helping Issei, the sun is threatening to sink below the horizon.
さてそろそろ帰るか
Alright, time to go home. I gather my things and leave the classroom. Then,
なんだまだ学校にいたんだエミヤ
oh, you're still here, Emiya. Suddenly, I run into Shinji. Try that with a vehicle next time. Behind Shinji are a bunch of girls, who for some reason seem pretty excited. A motorcycle, that way you'll miss the girls.
やることもないくせにまだ残ってたのああそうかまた生徒会にごますってたわけねいいねエミヤは部活なんてやんなくても内心稼げるんだからさ
You stuck around even though you had nothing to do? Oh, I see. You were brown-nosing the student council again, weren't you? That's nice, huh, Emiya? You can get those good reports without having to be in any clubs. Get that metal plate poster from Fujine. This guy needs it more.
学校の備品を直すのは生徒として当たり前だろ。使ってるのは俺たちなんだから。
I wasn't helping the student council. Fixing the school equipment is a natural thing for a student to do, right? We're the ones who use them after all.
よく言うよ。エミヤに言わせればなんだって当たり前だからね。そういういい子ぶりが勘に触るって前に言わなかったっけ？
Well said. Anything can be a natural thing to do when you talk about it, huh, Emiya? Didn't I tell you before that it grinds my gears when you pretend to be a good kid like that?
すまん。よく覚えていない。それシンジの口癖だと思っていたから、どうも聞き流してたみたいだ。
Huh? Sorry, I don't remember. I guess it just seemed like something you'd say, so I didn't pay it any attention.
そうかい。それじゃあ学校にあるものなら何でも直してくれるんだ、エミヤは。
Is that right? If it's something at school, no matter what it is, you'll fix it. Is that right, Emiya? Yeah, this popcorn's looking a little, looking a little flat. Maybe you could use a bit more salt.
何でも直すなんて無理だ。せいぜい面倒見るぐらいだが。
It's impossible to fix everything. The best I can do is just look after things.
よし。なら頼まれてくれよ。うちの弓道場さ、今割と散らかってるんだよね。弦も巻いてないのが溜まってるし、安土の掃除もできてない。
Well then, do me a favor. Our archery dojo is in kind of a mess right now. There are unstrung bows piling up, and the target mound needs to be cleaned up too. What did you do at the archery club, and who else did you do it to?
暇ならさ、そっちの方もよろしくやってくれないかな。
If you're not busy, could I ask you to take care of that too? Yeah, I'll look at the bowstrings for you, sure. I suddenly find myself in need of a garrote wire.
元弓道部員だろ。生徒会になんか尻尾振ってないで、たまには僕たちの役に立ってくれ。
You used to be in the archery club, right? So don't go wagging your tail for the student council. Do us a favor once in a while. This guy.
ちょっと先輩、それって先輩が藤村先生に言われてたことじゃなかった？
Eh? Wait a minute, senpai. Didn't Fujimura sensei tell you to do that?
そうですよ。ちゃんとやっておかないと明日怒られますよ。
That's right. If you don't do it properly, you'll be in trouble tomorrow.
でもさ、今から片付けしてたら店閉まるじゃん。そこの人がやってくれんならそれでいいんじゃないの？
Yeah, but if we start cleaning up now, the stores will be closed by the time we get there, right? If he says he'll do it for us, shouldn't we help? Shouldn't we let him? Yeah, and I remember this is when he's gonna suffer that fatal wound tonight.
悪いよ。それに部外者に後片付けなんかできるわけないし。
We can't. Besides, it's not like we could leave the cleanup to somebody who isn't in the club.
そうでもないんじゃない？あの人元弓道部員だってシンジが言ってるしさ。任せちゃえばいいのよ。
Well, but he's not really, is he? Shinji said he used to be in the club, so it ought to be fine to leave it to him. Behind Shinji, they're getting noisy. It seems like they're part of the archery club, but since I don't know any of them, they must be new members that Shinji brought in recently.
じゃあ、あとはよろしく。鍵の場所は変わってないから、勝手にやっといてよ。文句ないよね、エミヤ。
Then I'll leave it up to you. We haven't changed where we keep the keys, so go ahead and use them. You're fine with that, right, right, Emiya?
なあ、構わないよ。どうせ暇だったから、たまにはこういうのも悪くない。
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm free anyway, so doing something like this once in a while isn't bad. Yeah, they really should have given us a choice here, even if they were gonna railroad us into, coming back tonight. We should at least have the option to say, bite me, Shinji.
Thank you. それじゃあ行こうぜみんな。つまんない雑用はあいつがやっといてくれるってさ。
Haha, thanks. Well, let's go, everybody. He says he'll finish up the boring small stuff for us.
あ、待ってよ先輩。あ、じゃああとはよろしくお願いしますね先輩。
Wait, senpai. Well then, thanks very much for helping us, senpai. Since I know it well, I finished cleaning up the dojo without any difficulty. It took some time because of how big it is, but it was fun to clean up the dojo that I'd used until a year and a half ago. In the middle of it, thinking that maybe it was fine if I did it just once, I picked up a bow, but since it's rude to draw somebody else's bow, I gave up. If I want to shoot a bow, I can just bring my own here and use that. When I look at the clock, it's long past gate close. It's just after 7 o'clock. At this rate, the school gate is probably already shut, so any need for me to push myself and hurry home has disappeared as well. But even so, is the dojo always this dirty? In the back of the bow closet and in the club room, the dirt in the corners stands out.
ここまで来たら1時間も2時間も変わらないか。
Well, if I've come this far, another hour or two won't make any difference. I'm already on this boat. If I'm here anyway, I might as well give this whole place a good cleaning. Honestly, I'm kind of the same way when I, see stuff like that. Yeah, I did my job, but there's a little more I can do. A wind is blowing. The freezing cold numbs my cheeks. Nights in Fuyuki aren't usually so cold even in winter, but just today there's a bone-deep chill. The sigh that I breathe out leaves a white cloud in the air.
なんだ。暗いと思ったら月が隠れてるのか。
I thought it was dark. The moon's hidden behind the clouds. There's no white light in the sky I look up at. Maybe it's because of the strong wind. Clouds are flowing across the sky. It's past gate close and there's no warmth in the empty school. These utterly silent grounds seem covered by a cold deeper than anywhere else in town. There should also be an epic anime battle going on somewhere nearby, right? What was that just now? That was me being right. Seems like I heard something.
確かに聞こえる。校庭の方か。
I definitely heard something. From the schoolyard? This night. Under the frozen sky, I suppose that I was curious about the sound that broke the silence. To confirm the truth of it, I headed for that place. I walk around the schoolyard.
人？
People? At first, when I saw them from afar, that was all I could see them as. A dark night in the midst of a lightless darkness. If I want to know any more than that, for now I'll have to get closer to the schoolyard. The sound that I heard grows louder and more vigorous. This is the sound of steel on steel. In which case, somebody is fighting over there with bladed weapons.
バカバカしい。何考えてるんだ、お前。
That's ridiculous. What am I thinking? I deny the image that floats into my head with a wry smile and bring myself still closer. This time, my instincts must have sensed danger, but hiding myself as I approach, was that lucky or unlucky? Anyway, nestling close to a tree big enough to hide myself behind, getting closer I see the source of the sound. There, my mind completely freezes. There's something there I don't really understand. A red man and a blue man. The two men with their magnificent armaments so far surpassing anachronistic that you couldn't even imagine it as a joke, exactly as I had imagined, are really clashing blades. I can't understand it. I can't follow them with my eyes. Their movements don't feel right at all, and my brain doesn't work properly trying to follow them. Just the sound of the weapons colliding tell me that they're trying to kill each other, whether I want to know that or not. But in the instant I see them, I understand. These aren't humans. Most likely there's something else that just looks human. It's not that I understand because I'm studying magic. I'm sure anyone who saw them would have understood that something like that isn't human. In the first place, humans can't move like that. So there's something that I mustn't get involved with. Maybe a good idea to run, then? A killing intent that I can feel even from here. I'm gonna die. My body understood before my mind did that if I stay here, I unmistakably can't survive. That my heart is beating so intensely is because of that as well. As a living thing like them, I can feel that they exist only to kill. Those aren't kitchen knives they're fighting with. They're definitely striking at each other with weapons made to kill other people. Suddenly, yesterday's murder incident crosses my mind. They were saying that the family who were killed had been massacred with something like a sword. It may be a good idea to run. I can't stay here watching them any longer. Yes, good, run! But in spite of that, I can't move a muscle. I can't even breathe. My mind thinking that I have to run. My judgment that if I do run, that alone will get me found. So keep to cover and keep quiet. Even more than that conflict, my limbs are numb and refuse to move. Even though I'm more than 40 meters away from them, I have a feeling like that spear is being pressed directly against my back and I can't breathe. The sound stops. Run! The two of them have separated and stand still facing off with one another. In the instant I'm relieved that maybe with that their fight is over, a wave of even stronger bloodlust washes over me. Run! My heart shrivels in my chest. The numbness in my limbs changes to a spasm, and gritting my teeth, I try to keep my body from shaking. No way. What are those guys? The blue one's spear has so much magical energy flowing through it that it makes me nauseous. I think Kiritsugu drawing magical energy out of the environment. There was a magic that had a beauty to it that impressed even an amateur like me. This is different. In the same way that the simple act of drinking water can be disgusting if taken to excess. What he's doing is so immense, so gluttonous, that anyone with magical energy would hate it. He's going to be killed. That red guy is going to be killed. There's no way to block an attack unleashed with that much magical energy. He's going to die. He's not human, but someone with a human form is going to die. Is that something I can just let happen? Because of that doubt, my mind strays away from it. The paralysis affecting my body dissipates, and in the instant I take a deep breath. Who's there? Told you to run, dude. And also, is that something I can prevent thing? How are you sure that you'd want to? You don't know what's going on here. The blue man glances directly over at where I'm hiding. The blue man's body sinks. Just from that, I understand that his target has changed to me. And that I should probably run. My legs start running on their own. Finally realizing that it's to evade death, I pour my whole body into running away. Thank you! I don't know where I run to or how fast, but before I realize it, I've run into the school building. Honestly, I'd probably head there too. Again, cover. What am I doing? Panting heavily, I curse my own actions. If I were going to run anywhere, it should have been to town. I don't know what I'm doing. Running somewhere where the only person around is me. Maybe, well, at least you're not getting anyone else in his sights. And the school on top of that. Even if I'm just gonna hide... Alright, that was a bad read. And the school on top of that. Even if I'm just gonna hide, isn't there a better place to do it? Honestly, there's plenty of options to hide, and that alone could give you some opportunities. In the first place, why am I caught up in a nightmare like this, where I'll be killed if I don't run away? My heart creaks from running on well past my limits. When I turn around, there's no sign of anyone chasing me. The only footsteps pounding against the floor are my own. Then I can finally stop. Stopping my legs that can't run another step, sending oxygen to my bursting heart, and looking up and taking a huge breath, I'm able to really feel like I've gotten away. Which probably means he's right behind you. What was that just now? As I try to get my breath, I remember what I've just seen. Anyway, I certainly saw something that I shouldn't have. Things that looked like humans were fighting in the schoolyard at night. That's all I can recall. Just the one other thing I saw in the corner of my eye. I thought I saw another person, somebody else there. Rin. I can't remember what they looked like. Honestly, I had no room to concentrate on anything other than those two. But anyway, with this... We're done playing tag, are we? That voice came from in front of me. Right idea, wrong direction. And, yeah, I'm gonna cliffhanger here. Sorry, it's just that late. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Oh, and forgot to say this at the beginning. If you're starting here, what are you doing? Go back to part 1.